up pretty well.
So let's see it, how it plays out. This is where I think I saw the first flashes of Psalm being a tier 1 controller, being a tier 1 level player on that international stage. And he's continued to live up to that expectation of him, replacing Marved, who, by the way, on the bench for
NRG on defense, Sentinels on attack.
Stage as well. Fast all dropping off on the left side there. The
Artist with wall, so he's going to play to retake this one.
That you might see
3-person push over towards B in reaction to losing this.
That turret's a little deep. This 3-man flank that's coming through from NRG is going to have to scale it pretty far before it's caught.
Crippy, you're getting pumped up for these games recently. I'm enjoying it.
Not really tell them early enough, maybe. No, they break it really early, so Pancata's aware.
Yeah, instantly has to turn around.
So which is the call for Sentinels? Are they going to push forward, or are they going to fall back and try to receive the flank?
Oh, they want to go forward. The drone pushes his way up. Tessie, Tense, and Sazi close by. Finesse not able to get anything, but Artist can. And you see this fight happening across the middle of the map as well. Goes in favor of Artist. Now NRG have full control.
Damn, okay, well, they were.
That's not a frenzy for Tense.
So, interesting that for their pistol, they really wanted to fight heavy screens.
And Artist immediately having impact. He was by himself over there.
Kind of backfired a little bit. I think they didn't want to give them the freedom of walling, defusing, etc. So they just wanted to all fight over towards site.
So easily. And you do see him picking up that Marshall. He does tend to op on this map when he gets down to it. Even though you won't see that too often on the KJ. I think for everybody here, this is a little bit more traditional.
It felt like it was kind of planned with how they went for it.
And for Sentinels, they're still sticking to that same sort of switch up. Definitely full committing. And
you on the free plants that I was talking about? Yeah, let's do that. There was a couple of sheriffs, but we'll see if they get any kills. So in terms of the original plants, right, it was like one was here. Right, you go for the default, that was the original. Then that started getting mollied. Okay. Then you invented the G2 plant, which is this one here, with the wall right 2. Okay, so 1 would get shut down, then you had to do 2, where G2 would just do this wall, they would plant here, and then they would play heavy after plant in terms of here, here, and here. Right, these would be the 3 priority spots. And then this started getting like smoked off. Okay, this started getting like smoked off and U-turned off. And then that's when this one came in. We walled him, which is called Fnatic. Or at least in Europe, it's called Fnatic.
So it gets all the way up here.
Default, G2, Fnatic. That was like the 3 evolutions, and obviously you had topside as well, which was just
the big indicator for how this game is going to go is if Sentinels can continue the same success they
so
had on Lotus.
That kind of meta is like what we're slowly seeing on Lotus C site now. Just because it's a weird site. Just like this is very much the weirdest site.
Just dancing around, back site, and then you have Artist close by too, but Tense.
A lot of damage has been done though, so I don't.
They know where he is at this point. Every single shot going wide. Sazi delivering a clean one of his own. Crashy still trying to spam control the spray from the Spectre. And it all quietly turns into a 2v2. Look at how weak the remaining members of Sentinels are.
And the Molly is not going to let him through.
Finesse is in such a good position too. Even if they choose to swing out from that, he's able to receive. He's able to hold him.
Tell you what though,
well done by
Sentinels
NRG.
did good damage. Yeah.
Still issues there, rearing. For Artist, he definitely was not aware of how close Tense was. Remember, he was all the way at the B side at the beginning, so he's rotating into unknown information. Maybe missed a comm, or the comm was not made. And that is a ridiculous.
They're going to buy a rifle into this because they had a pistol. I think they can buy 2 rifles into this. I didn't fully check it.
A global tournament. At this point,
I didn't look at it. What was the stat chat?
Event is international right here, even though it's still only one region in a sense.
Interesting, but no protocols to deny that orb early on. Take flight. No shock mollies.
7 out of 10 won that champion title. Yeah, that is nuts.
Oh. And I'm not sure. I think that drone did not clear properly, leading Artist to getting that first kill.
Got the wall up in a cheeky little spot.
Yeah, they managed to get 2 rifles into this one.
He was waiting.
That one was one he was relying on over and over and over. So, not surprised to see the Sentinels players easily handling that.
Victor spotting 3 there wasn't easy.
It's 7.
Wasn't able to easily handle that. Had so many targets there.
Everybody hiding from the dart, but it gives Croshy space to walk up right now. Trying to make a play.
One spotted, and there's a member just up top. No peek.
I don't think Zekken saw him. Otherwise, Crashes would be out of here.
He's patient. Where's the swing from?
Yeah, the color sound here is really nice.
The game sense is insane. Not able to deliver on the third.
They're great though.
How does he make that work?
They are so
He's just
low.
good, man.
I mean, the peaks were bad. Like, it was very...
And they're low. Look,
I understand how it works. It should have been more together.
They're low.
Yeah, how does that account for poor health? It doesn't. It cannot.
Spike down A.
10 seconds, spike gone. Oh!
Ooh, nice decision from Som to get here as well. So they win the bonus, they get one upgrade as well. That's very nice.
That was a
Sentinels
advantage situation, but again, losing that drone early, Zekken
could have
doesn't
some
use
sheriffs
the dart
into
to
this one
follow
again,
up.
potentially.
And I think on that jiggle, he did not see him. Must not have. Because he just walks back in that angle. Not really slow clearing it, not ready to pre-fire.
Yeah, I like Som's decision here to go to this corner.
Finesse
It's
has gotten
great.
so many kills in this series of just shooting someone in the back of the head. As he's just like tucked in a corner, and they just walk into his crosshair.
That's what this NRG team strives for. Take the advantage fights whenever
And
you can.
that sounds too complicated.
Back to the
Get
standard
into the
Arbor
recon
Viper.
that's coming out. Recon over
B
towards
main
A. No
control
one
right now
shot
with
it,
that
but
cascade
full
deep.
info that no one's here.
But
In
this
terms
is
of that one,
Som's
they're going to play
playground in the back of
retake
yellow.
and just heavy stack over
The key
towards B.
thing here is how
This is
good
nice at the
Victor
moment.
is at supporting him with a flash, but he doesn't have any.
Doesn't have
Super
knife.
low money, and they're not actually going light armor here. Surprising, given their insistence on going for it on every other map.
There is a little help from Crashes. He does have Hunter's Fury too. A lot of patience there.
Some at some spot, basically.
They're just waiting, and they're so far up. They're ahead of the utility that they've dropped, the Viper wall and the Harbor wall.
They've got to wait for the second dart to come back up. It just did. 10 stashes, and Som's in the off angle.
He was never pushed off of it.
He's about to get this angle named after him.
If he continues to just farm from back there,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Nice save, yeah.
Mid-map's not open either for Sentinels.
Again, it's worth noting in those corners, right? You look over towards the
Now
open, you can
some
see your guns on all those
attempted
corners.
pressure towards Som
Same with bottom of sight,
via the
underneath
shot
there.
dart.
Triple swing coming.
These angles.
One enemy remaining.
And a
Nicely
double kill
handled.
for Victor.
Very nicely handled. They had good rotate as well. The information here was
NRG. And
was
this
good.
is now a
I
good
like the
round for
rotate.
Sentinels. They should be able to punch back.
playing it
here,
a
but
little bit like Fnatic
This is
with
looking very clean
their
early on.
rotates as
That's
well.
just insanely easy there, too. I do really enjoy watching NRG
Really
play
just
this
not
map
wanting to get
because
this plant
of how
down.
often and how many
Sentinel's comp
protocols
is
they
going to
show.
have a bit of a rough time
dealing with
clearing
stuff
this,
like
I
that.
think.
The regular slow,
But they are, at least this round, if
patient
you use this
push.
round as an example, they did get out hit just
Criticism
from
of
using the
Sentinels
recon
there
on the
would be
wall.
that high
So
tech
maybe
came
they
out
can
way
start
before
droning
10s
this.
and second were even ready. The cooldown on his dart
That's
was
massively
not
where
up
I
yet.
prefer the Sky on this one.
And so instantly when it came
Get
back
to
up,
this
they're
corner,
going
you
for it
can
'cause they
dog
want to
all
spend
of
all the
this
time
and
on
jump
high
through
tech.
the
But
wall.
at that
That's
point,
just incredible.
NRG already know what's going on. And yeah, Doug, you're right. No utility
I love
to
the
try to
Sky
deny
on this.
that over and
I love
over.
the Sky
It was
with
going to
the
cause problems
Harbor.
later on.
That was insane.
Yeah,
Finesse
I
getting
love it
tagged
with the
through.
Harbor.
They
I
use the
think it's
reckoning
too
and they
good.
scale
Just
up
getting
with
to
it.
this corner and doing that is
What do
it's too
NRG
strong.
have for response?
Especially
No
when you do
Crashes
the
has this Hunter's Fury.
cascade,
There it is.
right? So
might
then
be
you
the
can
first
follow it
blood.
up.
Yeah.
Basically exactly how Loud played it.
Def took some damage off of it, but the job is done. He did what he was looking to do. Now the fight for the side ensues. 10's the first to fall. Crashy's using utility to get some info and push them back. Look at how NRG just flood onto
Yeah,
the
the
site
extra flashes to clear
like a
info.
death ball that's pushing
defense.
back the attacking side.
It's just better in every way
You
with
still have so
Harbor
much
there.
utility you're going to have to deal with from Sentinels. Though you still have another Molly out from Sasi, who's now
And they
dead.
look so calm in these
Second
retakes at the
spot
moment.
and
Everyone's like peeking at the right
This is
time.
getting ugly
They
very
look
quickly for Sentinels faithful.
really comfy on this map. Really, really comfy.
I mean, similar start to Lotus, but sides flipped. NRG dominating so far.
Yeah, everything was perfect there. Even just
On
the timing
Icebox
of the
again,
swing
their
here and
map
here was
choice.
good.
And the breaks
Okay, well,
are called for Sentinels. For that to be the first plant is definitely concerning outside of pistol. Because this comp relies on getting into post-plant situation. It relies on the staying power and the cooldowns of Harbor coming back up. That's how DRX played it. That's how Loud played it.
I mean, we'll
When
never see that
introducing the
again.
Harbor Viper on this map.
We'll never see it until they change Icebox, I guess.
Yes, it provides you some early control options, but that is the main win condition. And NRG denying
Fnatic
it
versus
over
NRG on
and
Icebox.
over and over. That's got to be the
Dirk is
discussion
just going
right
to drop 30 anyway.
Tens feels
so
like
it
he's
doesn't
the
matter.
only guy who's being proactive on getting into that site, which is a difference because I don't feel like he was that proactive on Lotus. Even though to what Wyatt said on the desk, to Tens' credit, he was definitely being put in
Yeah, we
positions
don't
that
even
were
have to think
difficult
about
for
it.
him.
Icebox is done.
For sure.
And where the team relied on him to be sending away his life. But not in this
Chat,
case.
I
This
really
case,
hope
he's
they
jumping
don't
up
just change a
top
few
410,
boxes on
finding
Icebox.
picks.
Oh
His
my
team's
god.
just not there to follow up with him.
If we go back to Icebox and like they make this half or something, and then like they make this like a full
Key ult's
block
here
or
for Sentinels,
something,
though. You've got the
I'm gonna go
pit.
crazy.
You
Actually,
can play
making this
around
a
once
full
you get to
block actually wouldn't be
post-lane
too
situation.
bad. Then you have a
Zekken's ult
choke point
too
at
for the
least.
same circumstance.
And to counter Finesse's ult.
I take it back. That's
Which,
actually not. That's actually
with
not a
the
bad
pit that
change.
you just
I should be
mentioned,
fine
would
for
be
that change.
So crazy if you just uses that to
I'd
counter,
take
so
everything
let's
back.
see,
That's
Zekken's gotta
perfect.
be aware of that. We
Let's
have
do that.
seen mistakes in the past, especially with new teams, where they don't fully consider the ults.
Okay, Knife is gonna hit 2. It's looking like. Oh, you just got out the way. I think. Yeah.
They're scaling up mid.
Yeah,
Okay, this is
heck,
nice
they're
as well.
artists.
So NRG
off,
decide
they're
to
going for
double
it.
push, and it's just that
Really
classic that
tested
we
this
always talk about
before.
on this stream. Attack does a timeout,
That
and the
is
defense
a
go a
place where
little bit
NRG
aggro
starts
as
to
well,
find
while
even
they're
more
all heavy
value, though, which
focusing
is
on their own
insane
new
to see.
game plan.
And think that
So,
NRG
it
can
was a
find
nice
more value than
attempt
they
from
are. But if they
NRG.
put a player down there, Finesse is known to just post up on the angle
They
and
use
watch the
drone to
box.
clear this, and okay,
Sentinels hasn't really
there's a
been
big question
pivoting
mark
so
here.
much
Let's
so
see
far,
when it is
So I don't
cleared.
think you're really looking for
'Cause
that
at one
yet
point
from
someone's
NRG, but
gonna
if that becomes a
jump
tool
peek,
in the
maybe?
kit for Sentinels,
Yeah,
it
we'll see.
definitely could end up being abused in mid.
Flash goes in, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, flash goes in,
Early.
double peek, and the question
mean,
mark has
that
been
is
cleared.
so
Look at the
early,
mini map. We get an
But
over
it also,
rotate.
it's not going to bait out the
Yep,
Hunter's
this
Fury
is going to
from
be a
Zekken.
rough round for
Well, there's
Sentinels.
still-
They have
there's
no
still
idea
so
that
much
this just
time.
went
So
on.
he's
They
getting
feel like the
value
question
by
mark's
the
still here.
time. Look how he just bought 3 players to rotate
Yeah, he bought a
into.
lot of time for this rotate as well with the ult.
Not a single sound.
4 people here
quiet.
with the Killjoy heavy setup.
That's
Good
gonna
luck,
erupt.
Sentinels.
Crash is once again ready for it.
Oh,
Those going back and forth.
was a
as
nice
Spike's
start
still
though
not
with that
making
kill,
his way
but
past 410.
They
there
can't
is a
give up on this,
res.
though.
No, I mean,
20
you don't really
seconds.
have time to pivot.
This
yeah.
is full fuel right now from some. The 10 seconds isn't even going to be enough. They're
All
staying
up.
on sites.
Spam, 13
Wait.
seconds left.
What's
Spike's
going
down.
on there?
I don't know that they're going to be able to do this. Play on the
Okay,
outside
just
of it
enough
now.
time for this plant.
Saucy getting the spike down to
Ollie.
2v2, but Pancada's weak. Again, Brazilian buff activated, and they've gotten
Damn
that
it,
far.
bit of a hero play from him here.
Sam left in this 1v2. He gets one.
Oh,
Can he do it? So patient. Letting it swing
oh
in
yeah,
him,
you're
and he
patient.
does.
Dude, I had the cheer before we saw it.
And it's the newcomer to this core of NRG who takes down the players that the core struggled against so often last year. The Saucy and Pancada from Loud.
Down A.
Great round for Pancada, but Sam, I mean, I thought he was
Yeah,
going
he
to get the
played-
Molly
he
in
played
time to
this
drain
really
the
well.
plant entirely. There's the pop-off I'm expecting, but it's for his teammates, not for himself. 6-0 lead now.
Yeah, that was I mean, that was a good
And
chance for
honestly,
them,
with tools
but mainly
for
from
more.
Pancada.
But maybe Tens can find something with
Okay,
the blade.
double-
You see this 2-man creep down from NRG.
Double
and
creep
towards
again
2.
on this one. Flash goes
they know
out.
he's
Oh
there.
my god, what a weird round.
Tens not able to find
Goomba.
anything.
And Artis is the one who's traded, so that's actually at least good for Zekken there. That he's able to target down the stage who had the res. Pancada finding a kill too.
That one looked weird.
It's good to see Pancada get active in the series against 100 Thieves.
Yeah, he's the only one that looks like he can win him around at the moment in terms of this. I feel like
But he
Som is
looking for those
playing
kills
well
while
though,
his
and like
team finds
NRG are just
space
playing
elsewhere.
well in
Finally,
terms
an
of just
advantage here for Sentinels.
getting
And a
info
key
when they
one,
need
too.
to,
It's
like
not
this
just the numbers,
again.
but think
Here's the
about how
question
good
mark
Crash
chat.
has been
Question mark
anchoring
just been
sites
cleared by
in
this.
these last couple
3-person
rounds.
stack
Not a
over
factor
towards
here.
B now. Sorry,
I'm
2-person
wondering if they
stack.
get the right read
Like,
right
I know
now.
it's a
the
3v4,
vacation
but
pressure
they're
that
still
actually
doing great
ultimately
at
that duel in mid
getting info like this.
ends up giving them. How does Victor find it?
I don't know, man. They were in trouble. It was a 4v2 essentially as they were starting to surround him.
Do they know there's more? Sam puts down the pit as well. They can now tuck inside.
Saucy with the spam, Def from up top. He is in such a good spot. He can
my
make such a big play here. I don't know that he's expecting a second. Now his position given away.
Not the pit player though.
30 seconds left.
He's staring
Def
right at him.
realizes. I think.
Oh, they continue to pass by one another.
Keep an eye on
Actually, they're gonna
FNS.
find the spam here. Oh!
There it is.
Keep an eye on FNS plays now.
Here. Look, Finesse is on the
very
flank.
nicely
He's
done.
all the way up on the flank.
Man, the turret's not going to see him as well.
13
Oh my
seconds
god.
left.
And Sommer gets another one. Sommer's just
What can you
incredible at the
10
moment.
seconds left.
Nothing at
And they
all.
completely outplayed them.
Is this the best?
Again,
What a
chat, the thing that
stop.
is killing Sentinels right now is just this. They do some pressure, they create the
Some
question
of the
mark,
pit.
and it's just getting
Victor
cleared
with the
so
awareness to find
fast.
that first on
People
the
can
flank
stack over.
is ridiculous.
It's everything.
And I thought for sure they were going to be able to at least process with
And
of
Som's playing
elimination.
insanely well.
Som away from that little corner.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So many players
Yeah,
getting active here
this is
for
great.
NRG now.
Definitely FNS deserves a shout out for getting the info.
Victor in that
yeah,
last round, I
and
think,
Som, obviously.
huge props to him. He was so good on Lotus. And it's the game sense considerably.
Dude, they're super in control.
Improved
Dragon
for-
Elm, thank you. Appreciate it.
I
9
can
months.
tell on the server right now, he's
Thank you for
consistently
all the support,
finding
Dragon.
the right places to look at the right times.
Sentinels left searching for answers, looking for some sort of an opening. They've succeeded at getting
Best
the spike
Rov
down a
as
couple
well.
times,
Thank you,
but
mate.
they haven't
Appreciate
been
it.
able to convert from there. Once again, you have Sam back yellow.
Yeah, I
I won
think
this duel last time, but-
potentially.
Oh,
He did this
okay.
time.
Potentially
too.
Best Rov. On the 13th.
Again, improvements from Pankata.
We'll
Super
work
important to
something
see
out.
for Sentinels, regardless. But the trade back immediately on the other side of the map.
Yeah, they're so good with their trades, and it's the same thing.
And Sashi still
It's
hasn't
the
found
same thing,
time to
right?
use
Question
this
mark
ult yet.
goes down, they get info, and they can heavy rotate
might be
with
as good a
this.
time as
They
any.
clear over towards middle. FNS again, just all
Pankata's
over them.
investing his.
Has a fast flank on this, even though the ult's going to go
And
down.
they
He's
can
going to
play
be in the perfect
retake. They
place. He
have
might even
Victor's
try and go
ult if
heaven,
they
to
just
be
want
honest.
to
There's
wait
two
this
of
out
them.
and then fight.
Ult's going to make it a little bit harder.
Spike
Or
planted.
they're just going to push into it
It's used, but
early.
Oh, you must have missed that one.
none of the Uto countered out from Sentinels that were possible here. And because of that lockdown on the one player, wait,
Pankata's in trouble. He's in so
Damn.
much trouble.
Now it's up to FNS to play
This
next.
two-man flank from NRG once again
might
has
ult
members
stay
of
in
Sentinels
there.
trapped.
reckoning used.
Reckoning suit as Victor has to sidestep, but Finesse continuing to frag, continuing to lead from the front. Sassy and Pankata outnumbered.
Time's pretty
and
low.
outgunned. 4 for
They are
Finesse.
just-
The defuse
FNS is all
for
over
Sam and
them.
8 for NRG.
FNS is all over them. Call it. It's done.
Reckoning there too, they're dancing around it that entire time in a 4v4 situation.
My ultimate is ready.
You thought, oh, that's going to be impossible for them to walk through, but they treat that ult like
Yeah,
it's a boss fight. They just
Sentinels are
sidestep
getting a
every little thing
little
that's
bit
getting thrown out
exposed
in
on
phase
this
2.
map. I say a little bit
Of that
heavy
post-plan, and
exposed.
It's like they've practiced it a million times.
Double timeout in
Ult
one
that's
half.
intended to cause chaos, honestly, and it was just cool, calm, and collected from them.
Honestly, might have caused more chaos there for Sentinels in
Yeah.
the case, where they're trying to track them. But I think as well, they're all playing in the pit too, so they don't have the same value out of the pulses from the Reckoning. (8-0). One of the toughest score lines we've seen so far here in the Americas League. We've definitely seen some first half deficits. But we have not seen really anything like
What are they
this.
doing wrong? Macro? They do it. It's more what? Well, I guess they need to at least have like more, like one
There's still a
person
shot
actually
for them to
lurking
keep it
to
competitive. I
create
think
the
an
question marks
8-4,
fully.
given how this has
Like when they're
gone,
doing map control, they're
would
just
feel like a
grouping too
win.
much.
Oh, for
Really,
sure.
but I mean,
They
it
need
happens
how
to
it's gone,
either
yeah,
be
for sure.
cancelling again and
I
then
think the
going
thing that I'm
back
thinking
because
in my head,
at
I'm
the
just like,
moment, literally,
how is
does
this
NRG
possible?
are just
Given the fact that-
getting
remember that
info
game I
once
was
they
talking
kind of
about
create
where
some
the
pressure
only game we saw
and
for
then
NRG
just
out
stacking
on Icebox
4 or
against
4
Kuwait,
here.
the first map that we saw
So
from
they
them
either
this
need
year.
to do like a
They
4-1
lost the
or
first
they
half
need to be
9-3.
more decisive
And
with
that
their
was the
calls and
defense
actually
side
go
they
back.
started on.
And again, I would still
That was the
4-1 and just
defense
make sure that
side.
they can't clear it.
They came back on the attack. One of the most ridiculous Icebox comebacks. I mean, maybe it was
And
a
you need this
precursor
guy.
to the
I mean, the comp
finals of that
fundamentally
tournament,
works. Like Sentinel's comp fundamentally works, but I do agree that this guy would
How
be a
can
little bit
Sentinels
easier,
find a way back
especially when
into
you're playing
that,
against
given
someone you
that
need to clear
context?
yellow all the time.
Not like
But
that.
I don't. It's
That's
not a
the
reason
sight
why
they were
they're.
looking for.
It's not a reason for this.
That's
right?
Tens again too.
It
He's
is.
been
It is macro.
consistently dying over here, fast B main, and he's updrafting and trying to find something again. But now I think it's starting to hurt him more than be a positive factor in the Sentinels' approach. On Lotus, he went 8 and 16. He was 2 for 7. First kills, first deaths. A brutal scoreline for Tens, who we all thought was return of the king last week.
Yeah. On the jet, too. On Icebox. I mean, so historic on this map.
If
Well,
he
that's good
can't
info.
going,
Has his ult if he wants to fall back and use it.
I'm questioning the role changes entirely.
Still a shot here. First Sentinels, even though they find themselves down. Actually, I don't know. This is going to be really difficult to deal with. You have the lockdown. You have the Hunter's Fury. Well, you have the Hunter's Fury. Second's using his.
Should be broken, yeah.
It is, yeah. And they're just going to try to spam the Cove, and they do.
Where's the
Nice reply at least. Dude, someone's going to get to this angle again. They might not expect
comes
it.
in on top of it too. Pancada does
Zach
retrieve it
might
just
get
in
the kill.
time.
Saw him clean for the first. Victor left in this 1v2. Another clutch situation. Can he pull it off? Can he continue to pile it on? He's got time here. He can play this quietly. He can play it carefully. They hear him. The onus is on Sentinels. They have to go fast. Victor's gotten it down to a 1v1. Having to tuck tail. He's only got 1 second. He's got to commit to the plant now. And just puts all the onus on Pancada, but he gives him enough time window to plant. Now Victor on the
Oh, nicely done from Pancada. Holy hell, that one was close. I mean, yeah, he's been the person that's been looking consistently good the whole time.
Got it when he needed it most. Got it when the situation looked ever so dire. Wanted an 8-4. Here comes the start of something from Sentinels.
Yeah, no Nivera celebration on that one. It's all fine.
It shifted the energy in this room just slightly. Momentum.
Okay, let's see if they can stack some more. That's still not convincing though.
Who has been having a great game on this A-Lurk consistently. Maybe finding some form. Looks like Ten's got purposefully knifed there. So that he can start
they might have.
Trying to give Zekin the opportunity.
They might have owned it with their last time out.
Like there's something behind, and it's worked,
Okay, big question mark here because loads of them got hit by the knife. How decisive are they with this? When does this question mark get cleared? Drone is going in. If they had one person to clear this, it would kind of help them a little bit, but they still haven't changed it. Question mark got cleared. Some's now swinging on this, and yep, we're going to see a rotate in. It's just the same thing over and over again. And Sentinels were too slow on this one again. They were going to get hit by the knife so heavy, they kind of had to go. Feels like they're going to miss their window potentially.
Very curious if he uses it earlier, if they're just going to call the rotate. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, knife just came up. You're absolutely right.
They're here for Finesse now.
And Finesse manages to stay alive. That's huge. Now the Hunter's Fury, 10's weak. Trying to tuck
They
away,
forced them all the way back, they got no space.
Finesse's
Finesse's turret is taken down 10s. No, that's how the first death comes in.
Very quickly here, a 3v3. And you still have 2 members of NRG who are still
Man, it's
backside.
just insult to injury.
Victor, one of them. Death playing with fire, and the high-low is too much to deal with. Crashes with 3. Pancada once again left in this clutch situation. But it's not a 1v1
I think they've been
anymore.
exposed. I think they've been exposed early.
Way more difficult.
Their Icebox does not look good. I think that's very safe to say.
Closing moments of the round come to an end. You start to think about the following, and you look at the buy for Sentinels. There's not much here. For Pancada, saving this rifle's huge.
They don't even get the economic benefits of
Got the NRG.
Yeah, instead.
It's a good call on this one.
Back to relying on the loss bonus. That is so unlucky for Ten.
No gamble, thank you so much. Getting pretty pumped up for this one, chat. You know what to do. Let's get some slug proofs in for no gamble. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, mate. As always, I appreciate all your support. Thank you, dude.
When that Hunter's Fury was going off,
Warranty Void, Yaf or Yefa, Sharp Hands, Philo, and Foxen _socks. Welcome into the Slug Club again. Thank you so much, no gamble. Appreciate it, dude. Thanks for all the support as always, mate. Chat, good amount of slug proofs, goddamn. Okay, that's why Peter is well. Peter's here.
They haven't had a need for it, but he just stole the orb from them.
Aralid as well with the Prime, thank you so much.
It is close to the end of
New
the
member chat of the Slug Club, Aralid. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Thanks for using
More
Prime
than
on me.
anything.
And this is NRG at full force, right? Like, this is the roster, this is the squad that looks to be expected. They're not just satisfied with taking
Sky as well, thank you so much,
They're
15
also
months.
denying from
Thank
the
you,
other
thank you.
side.
They were well on top of this as well. They did just that extra step ahead every single
Sentinels, the
time.
remaining
15
members of
months, Sky,
Sentinels anyway.
appreciate it.
Still 2 rifles
Chat,
here, but
let's
they're
see
all
it.
pushing in
Diego
on
as well
A.
with the Prime. Oh my god,
But
what's
once
going on?
again, you see a couple of members from NRG close by.
Diego as well with the Prime, 4
You've got
months,
Finesse,
and
you have
Simp and
Crashes,
Sam,
the
new
shock
member
dart
of the
could
Slug
be
Club with the
good.
Prime as
Yeah,
well.
deal some damage
Prime
on
Mania,
Saucy. How
thank
much
you.
more can he find? The second shock dart right in his face. Really not aware of the fact that there are a couple members right above him too. Sentinel starting to flood out, starting to swing through.
Yeah, massive chance now.
The res bringing Victor back up.
A little bit less so with this.
And 2 rifles still in play for the attacking side.
Yeah, Pangada has to go pretty huge again. He's in a good spot for it though.
Them, but no room to actually move.
There's one. They're doing it. They're keeping it competitive. 2v2.
Oh my,
And
Crash
it's
is
just a
looking
sheriff
great
for 10s.
backside.
Is this another tense moment in the books? He's gotten it down to 1.
Man, they could really do
Victor
this.
up top. The swing is
Nicely
there.
done.
The shot
Nicely
is
done. They really needed this. Go get a gun.
Clutch for Sentinels.
Okay. We're already wasn't going to get a gun there, but...
Big players, Pangada and TenZ now. 2 big clutches to keep this game somewhat interesting.
Chat, relax yourself.
Everybody
Don't be that mean here.
Moments like this from TenZ.
We don't do that. We don't do that mean. We don't do that here even.
With just the sheriff.
Vintage TenZ moment. And while that feels like
Stuff
a
like
really
that's
good high
fine.
right
Saying
now,
double his
I have
kills
to
and
point
like
out the fact
facts,
that
that's
unfortunately
fine.
TenZ just doubled
Don't bring
his
the
kills
don't
on
bring the
map
harsh stuff. Yeah.
with that 2K.
That one hurts. Oh, aggro from Som. Last time they conditioned him to stay back behind the wall. This time,
You can patch
there's
us.
so many layers.
And Som has just been, he's just gotten 10's number this entire half.
Yes, I
Did
would
he-
love to see the head-to-head.
Like Chad, if you wanted to say he's got a lot of first deaths, you
At
can
some
definitely
point
say
in
that.
this game,
That's
because
factual.
it's got to be so favorable towards the new kid on the block.
Poison's off.
Once again, he's gonna
Nice
find
flash.
value
They've
from
been
that
doing this
yellow. He spots
non-stop.
another. He's gotten 3 now.
Absolutely non-stop.
I mean, at this
Man,
point, it's done.
I know we
Almost
said
tagged
that
Sasu
fundamentally
too.
it didn't matter too much
That
in
would've been
terms of this,
info
but
and
I'm telling you, if you had the
surely
sky,
the round
like when you
over.
play against Sentinels, you have to clear yellow. Having the sky and
I'd say
doing
so.
what Loud do, like hopefully we see this matchup.
Wow.
And they know where he is. At
It'll
least they have an
be
idea.
fun.
Victor, he's so aware, dude.
Because
He is
like
just
with NRG
consistently
Louds, because I think
on the money.
how Loud
every
play
piece of
over
util.
towards B should work really well against NRG.
Hilarious that gap in the smoke there from Sasi actually nets him the kill, but not going to be enough. It is a brutal battle.
It was a really good half.
in this first
A
half.
really good half.
By NRG, 10-2. I don't know if there's a way back into this.
I don't know that there is either, man. It's so clean from top to bottom. They haven't been able to deal with Som back yellow. They haven't been able to get advantages for them off of him too. Again, I point back to the Som 10's 1v1 that we've seen a couple times. Now, Som has just
No
had his
gamble,
number.
you're crazy, man.
If they can't
Chad, let's get
find
some more slug
openings
approves
with
and
the
Peter,
tip
do
of
your
their
thing.
spear, then how do they?
No gamble.
Maybe
Thank you,
defensively
mate.
can find a
10
little
more
more
gifted,
success, but that's
20
just a
in the
tall
space of
order.
2 days. Thank you so much, mate.
Yeah, that one hurts.
It's
Sentinels
Reyna,
on the back foot,
STN,
only 2 rounds in the first half.
Coronos,
There's
QWERTY,
really not even
Yvonne,
much to discuss
Taboo,
for
Coffee
10s.
Maker,
4-11, 4-12
Devil,
for
DF, Tap,
How do they get back in
Das,
this?
I don't know if they can, but you
I'm
know
not
what?
gonna say
Maybe
that. I'm just
soon,
gonna call you
maybe then,
Ajax.
yo. They're standing by for a
and
quick interview at halftime.
Abdul as well. What's up, dude? Welcome in. Again,
Thank
if
you
you
very
got
much,
gifted, please
Doug
say
and
thank you.
Bala,
Over
standing
towards
here
No
with
Gamble.
Baby Bay, who is in the
Seems to be pretty
house.
happy with that half. Spicy tuna as well.
Baby Bay, it is
with the
such
prime.
a pleasure to be able
Thank you
to
so much.
speak with you. What brings you into town today?
Honestly, like I was here rooting for the Sentinels, but the boys on NRG looking too cold right now, too cold. So it's gonna be a rough comeback. But I know we got some Sentinels fans in the house. Like they need your energy right now.
I know you were saying that this is a map that Som is particularly nasty on, but you made it clear you're here rooting for the Sentinels. So if we got Coach Baby Bay up in there, what would you be saying to them?
Honestly, right now I'm just trying to get some energy into the 10s, man. He just needs to turn up. He's the one player that can completely change the entire series. So I'm really hoping he can bring it back into this half and just go off.
Well, it's still not over. We'll see how it goes in that second half. But speaking for yourself, we saw how challenges went out. Now that Split 1 and the midseason face-off has wrapped up, how are you feeling overall, and where's your headspace at?
It's definitely not the result we wanted, but you know we're working hard every day, and I'm trying to make it to play with these guys on this stage. So you know I want to compete against the best, and we're gonna do whatever it takes to get there. So it's looking good for us.
Speaking to that, it's clear that there are so many fans here that are fans of yours. It's clear that, you know, you want to be playing on this stage. Finesse my daddy. Very nice side. Very nice side. So with that being said, you know, what is that mentality like headed into that next year? Can we see you here?
I'm gonna do my best to make it. Like I said, I'm a hard worker. I do what it takes to make it. So I'm gonna make sure my team's ready for this upcoming Challenger split and really show out.
All right. Last question before I get to let you go. Any last words being here in person in front of all of these amazing fans and, of course, all the lovely viewers online?
Honestly, if you guys aren't here and you're thinking about coming, you should definitely come. The arena is sick. The energy in here is like nothing else. So you guys got to get out here. Come show out. I guarantee you will not regret it.
Thank you very much for taking the time for this interview, Doug and Balla. Back to you.
Thank you so much, too. Always good to hear from Baby Ben. You gotta love the guy.
It's a travesty he's not on the stage. He has such a wide personality. Lovely guy. But right now, focus back on NRG and Sentinels. Crowd refocusing. We're refocusing. It is a monumental ask from them. I think the Lotus game definitely showed some improvements from Sentinels, but this Icebox game is a complete shift. NRG not giving them any room to work.
And you can see they're trying to push the pace to try to equalize things and get momentum back their way. Zekin getting the opener, instantly traded back though. And Crashies continues to form.
He actually falls off of that again. Speaks to the confidence here from TenZ that he's showing.
He got hit, right? He was spotted.
His team all falls. The dink is nice.
It was the right move. He got spotted and took a bullet, so they knew he was there.
A moment.
He would have got wrecked.
Like that 1v2 at the end of the half.
It's the right call.
Tough to stress really the importance of this pistol for Sentinels. You have to convert. There's just no other really way to describe it.
An advantage started for Sentinels here. Zekin got that first pick, but immediately 2 more kills coming in from NRG.
The Sentinel Icebox worse than the Haven.
A factor we saw.
The Haven was
they were
really
so
bad.
willing to bring it down to the end. They're going for the hit right now.
I think Bakal aware of the fact that Finesse is going to try
the
to
Haven's
apply
easy to
pressure
fix
mid.
though.
Yeah, he is, but he's spotted by the turret. Finesse patient. Here's him rotate off.
I mean, so is this as well, but
it's
very hard to fix this like without.
Happening throughout the map.
Like it's very hard to fix this like in the server without seeing what's going on.
Trying to find a gap to 20 seconds. This is all the way down to it.
TenZ is weak. They're just waiting for that.
Max fuel.
Yep.
Finesse is doing good.
Up. Now the wall's up too. Sasi's pushed back.
Oh, I love that molly. Damn, Finesse all over them. Keep an eye on the time. Yeah.
They're breaking their own wall there. So they can get the angle back onto it.
No way.
There's the angle that they broke it for.
Oh man, it's looking rough.
Suffocating.
Nice pistol from them.
They had the perfect idea there. The wall a little deeper. The Viper wall coming up with max fuel. The molly as well landing just where they're trying to
GG,
challenge
right?
back
Yeah.
against anything.
Very much so.
Oh my god, that is disgusting.
You mentioned suffocating.
Damn, that's
78% of the time you find yourself
horrendous stat.
At the beginning of the round.
78%.
Like, that's so difficult.
That's crazy for first bloods. You cannot win games
2 weeks
when
in a
that's
row where they're
happening.
struggling on that front exactly. With a player like TenZ, that's not how you want to start the season. They won the series against 100 Thieves despite being below in that specific stat.
No gamble as well. Thank you so much, mate. Coming in with an extra one. Appreciate you as always. Thank you, thank you. We got J_Pappy. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's a force as well, by the way, from Sentinels. Got to touch on that real quick.
And another one on top of that. New name June as well. Chat, keep it going. Peter, where you at?
Light armor, stinger, Spectre.
Let's get the slug approves in.
Toxins going up.
What is this buy from NRG? Where are we?
And I wondered just how antsy
It's fine.
Sasi would get. He's playing close by mid, but not pushing forward yet. Meanwhile, NRG
Yeah, maybe this far up you'd want this to be a rifle, but honestly, he's kind of playing. He's kind of playing to plant anyway, and he doesn't want to give them the gun if he does go in for just a crazy plant, so it's not too bad. They're thinking that they might still eco, so it's just a risk thing. Damn, that's nice. Good start. Do they expect the second one?
No.
It's another opener.
30 seconds left.
For
Win
Sentinels,
time
they
in the
find
middle.
themselves up pretty big on numbers here. But should find so much value. Spike down. Oh my goodness.
Wow,
that was probably the best chance they had. Numbers
Aye,
wise,
Som is all over them. Every single time he's on top of it. He's looking really good, especially on this map. He actually looks very good every single time. 10 chances.
Just nasty. Over and over and over. One of the few players who's consistently relying on it in these anti-ecos and constantly finding values, especially against forces like this.
This is a very worrying sign for Sentinels going forward.
So much easier to find that.
Looks like the two worst maps have been exposed. I wonder if they...
All smiles, man.
This one's not too bad in terms of fixing it, but yeah, this is...
biggest
you don't like to get exposed on a map this early on. You at least want to try and hide it. Yeah, exposed Icebox and Haven. Yeah. But it looks like they're perma-banning Haven, so we'll see which one they try and fix.
Because of that, Saucy's not really in a position to completely deny this. He doesn't have
Obviously,
that
NRG are playing it like great. Don't get me wrong. Everything they're doing is cool. I think the calling, as always, is perfect.
But no mollies, no util, so they can't deny this plan, even with the breaking of the wall.
Yeah, but what they do have is map presence. Look at how they're starting to flank around. They've got mid presence. They've got
potentially
on the flank.
from 100 feet.
Not ready for it. Not again. Sam once again at a shot to get the best of 10.
This guy just can't lose Jaws.
That head-to-head, I'm sure, is going to be interesting to discuss afterwards, but for now, a couple of moments still in this map.
When did Sen play Haven?
First, have to figure out how they navigate with 3 Bulldogs, getting the spike defused, re-establishing control on the site with so much before them. NRG with so many tools at their disposal. Artists trying to put them away. Second in this 1v3 turned into nothing.
Done. Holy hell, dominant, really dominant. Good performance from them.
NRG.
The calling, as always, was just spot on. Nice game plan, nice everything.
They absolutely are. Everybody pegged them within that top 3. And then they lost.
I think that's a very important win for them as well.
And the discussion shifted all of a sudden.
Some looked really good.
But not anymore. Making a statement.
Yeah, this is
sure.
massive worry for Sentinels.
Everybody know 100% is still NA's best.
Again, Lotus looked pretty good for them. And the other maps against 100 Thieves, I can't fully remember what it was. It was a split and something else. Like, was it Fracture?
Some signs of them being able to
but they look good on those maps.
Further within the meta
Was Fracture,
issues trying to adapt to it on other maps.
But yeah, this in Haven is...
You see them commit back to double duelist. The recommittal after lock-in. For comfort reasons, but I think the Death touched it on earlier today. This is a new team. This is a new
I don't really
project,
like Beans, dude.
First of its kind, intra-region.
Not baked beans anyway. It's not my style.
Joining in.
The sauce just tastes weird with it all
There's
the
room
time.
for growth, that's for sure. But in terms of map,
I'm really picky with sauce, man.
Absolutely got the advantage of this, forcing them into the places where you know they're trying to force themselves to be comfortable.
Right. I think it's just such a huge testament.
Head-to-head, some vs 10s was 10-2 across both maps.
But the fact that they were able to close it out in the face of a comeback to attempt from Sentinels, that was their weak map.
Yep.
I think that's still a weak map for NRG, or did they improve in it? I'm not even sure if it was a weak map before. I just think Lev had the best retakes we've ever seen on the map. But in terms of what's normally hard and everything, how they were playing Lotus, actually looked pretty good from NRG, like getting plant down B. Just their defense, maybe. But it looked like they had focused on their defense a little bit, so yeah, I don't think
Crashy's back to form.
I don't think so. I don't think it looks that bad.
Victor looked good on the jet.
3 to 15.